What is going on YouTube? So while we were waiting for Jamie's block to get back from Jeremy, we decided to just make a little quick pit stop over to B3 Fab. We're over here with Baily. So we're doing a bunch of shit to the Honda. We're converting everything to, what do they call them? Like HD clamps? Yeah.
Dual seal connectors.
Dual seal connectors, V-band, whatever you want to call them. And we got a new sponsor on board this year, so Race Parts Solutions. Thanks, Wade. Baily actually is the one that told me, you gotta look these guys up, they make really good stuff. I think he gets a lot of stuff from them as well. And so I reached out, I said, hey, looking for HD clamps. We started talking, he said, hey man, we wanna help you out. So they went ahead and got me some of these really sweet dual seal HD clamps, and they are really, really beefy. They're really nice piece. And so all these couplers, all these T-bolt clamps, they're all gonna be this style. And I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I can tell you, switching over is quite expensive. Not only the clamps are expensive, but also if you gotta pay somebody to weld them all on, it's a lot of welding. I mean, it's depending on how many couplers you have, you could have 5, 6, 7 different clamps, sometimes more. Twin turbo kits, even more. So it can get very expensive. Luckily, I got Baily, so we're good there. But he's over here knocking out some manifolds. He's this is an LS manifold for a C6 Corvette. He's doing a full turbo kit on single turbo, correct? Or is it going to be twins? Single turbo. I think it was here last time we were here. He ended up welding up the crash bar and like lower, would it be like a lower radiator support bar? And it looks like he's already got the passenger side done. And that looks tight. Holy shit. That's really cool how it's all wavy. He's got the collector built up. He's just got to finish the driver's side and bring it over for the collection. So, what is that? How big of a wastegate is that?
60.
60? Is that the biggest they got? I'm pretty sure 60 is the biggest. So, looks really good. Is he dumping it out the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll go between the K member and that slave bar.
Oh, okay. Very tight. As you can see, he's got like no room. So I don't really know how he's doing that, but he's gonna figure it out. So driver's side, much tighter than passenger side. So any C6 guys watching this, I'm sure they can tell you that there's not a lot of room. Actually, that looks even tighter than my car, to be honest. I don't know, it looks pretty tight.
Yeah.
Looks tight in there. Changing spark plugs is probably a pain in the ass.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, they are, yeah. And you actually, the way you had the manifold, you kept it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice stuff. So yeah, he's gonna be finishing that up, and I'm gonna be tearing apart the Honda. I got the bumpers off. Gonna go ahead and pull some couplers off. He wants to get an idea on spacing, where the clamps are gonna go. And after that's done, while he's welding that up, I'm gonna be pulling the whole turbo kit off, and we have EGTs that are going on. So we will bring you guys in for that. All right, so we're pulling stuff apart. We got the throttle body off, all of our clamps and pipes. We're about to remove the intercooler because he's gonna go ahead and cut these and weld the new clamps on. But all of our intercooler piping is just hanging out. We got the throttle body off. So we're gonna get this off. I'll show you guys what he's gonna do here. So basically he's gonna be cutting some of this off, and then these guys will go in like that and like that. Be a nice solid, and then inside of this groove is where your O-ring goes. So your O-ring fits in there, and these are really thick O-rings compared to other companies. And then once those are in there, the sleeve will slide over top of both, and then your clamp goes over top. So super, super nice system. I'm really looking forward to not having to bother with this stuff anymore. All right, no intercooler. Looking pretty naked up here. He's over here cutting up Jason's intercooler. Chopped it right off there. Weld some new shit on. Set to go. Well, we're doing some cutting. Just cutting away at my turbo, as you can see. Doing some adjustments. So we got this taped up, and Baily wants to redo the cold side. So we're redoing this area, and then he's going ahead, he's chopping the turbo housing off to get the angle correct, because we need more of a straight angle. So he wants it to come straight up through there, so that way all of our clamps are nice and straight up and down. So got the intercooler hooked back up. We got our ends here. Won't have to worry about these ever again. Won't see these. Yes sir, we're getting close. All right, we got our first clamp on. Throttle body is finished. It's gonna finish down through there. Yeah, looks awesome. Looks awesome. At B3 Fab, and we got an exhaust looking like a dang Supra. Look at that whale horn, 4-inch exhaust all the way back. Baily tucked her all the way. All the way up there. He had to make a couple adjustments with this, and we have our EGTs up in there as well. All he has to do yet, he's gonna run one more little support here for when I run the firewall, exit if I decide to take this off for any certain classes. So this is mainly for class. I've been noticing some classes are requiring full exhaust. So we got exhaust to the rear now. Also, it'll probably be a lot nicer when I cruise, if I do any street meets or any cars and coffee. Wow. You just did a huge wheelie by your shop. Yeah, on a Harley. So yeah, this is, I'm excited to hear what it's gonna sound like. We got our cold side stuff all buttoned up, thanks to Race Parts Solutions. Cold side. So we are going, over here is our throttle body side. And then this is my connection for when we go firewall exit, just like I had it before pretty much. This is a lot louder, but kind of curious to see the difference in exhaust back pressure and if we have any like turbo lag with the full exhaust, but I don't think we will, honestly. If it acts exactly the same, I may not really ever take this exhaust off, so we'll just have to see how she acts. Well, we're heading back from Baily's. Got her all back together. I couldn't let it run real long because I don't have any water in the car. And my car doesn't like to run cold very well, so I had to keep kind of giving it throttle, so I wasn't really able to like hear it in the back. But I will be able to get home here. I got some water. I'm gonna bleed the system. I got the cross tube in that ended up cracking because it got water in it over the winter time. So block should be fine, but we got the cross tube in. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna put some water in it, gonna bleed it, gonna get some heat in this thing and drive it around. And let me tell you, it's a lot quieter with this exhaust. Almost too quiet for my liking. I liked how rowdy it sounded. But again, we can take this on and off whenever we want. If I like it more rowdier, I'll have the downpipe at the firewall. If I want to shut it up, I throw the exhaust on. So it's a really nice little hybrid system. Exactly the same kind of concept as my fuel system. So we'll be back here in a little bit, get this thing bled, and show you guys what she sounds like. It's much quieter. All you can hear is engine noise now. Very quiet. I wonder what it's like inside the car. Well, it's much quieter. Got our EGTs working now. I got to, looks like EGT 1 is too deep in the hole, so I'm going to have to bring that out a little bit, get them to match. She's running. So now we got all Race Solutions clamps all set up. Big shout out to Race Solutions for coming on board this year, hooking me up with this. I think Wade's going to send me a couple extra pins. I don't need to lose a pin on a race. That'd be bad. Can't lose a pin. The only thing I noticed with these clamps is they're a little rattly, like noisy when it's idling and stuff, because they kind of rotate. They're kind of loose, especially the turbo one kind of rattles, but I'm just going to have to get used to it. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I love them. I went out, I built a two-step boost, came right up, no problem. So we're gonna have to kind of compare and see the full exhaust versus the dump exhaust on the same day, same temperature, and see if we have much difference in boost and all that stuff. But I really don't think it's going to. And it's much quieter. It's just cruising around the neighborhood. It's nowhere near as echoey and loud with the exhaust coming right to the ground like that. It's a lot quieter inside the car. So street driving is going to be a lot easier on the head. So I'm excited. So this thing is absolutely filthy. I got to clean it up. One thing I might do, I might paint the pipe coming out the back. Thinking about doing like a ceramic black. I think it would look pretty good. I think the aluminum over time is going to get really nasty looking. So I just think a nice ceramic black pipe back there, I think it look really clean with the silver and black scheme that I got going on. I tell you, look at the dust. I mean, this thing is filthy. Look at the hood. Just nasty, nasty, nasty. I gotta give it a bath. The only thing I gotta do, EGT1 is too deep in the hole. So for turbo cars, the EGT cannot stick out really, really far in the hole. I guess it gets really, really hot. So they actually want you to bring them back. So really just the tip is shown in the runner. So was it 4, 3, and 2 all seem like the same. And then 1 seems a good bit hotter. So we're gonna pull the EGT out a little bit once it cools off, probably next weekend. One thing about these EGTs, they are really hard to get to. And pulling off the manifold now, now I gotta deal with EGTs, which are these wires that run across and hook up over here, which I can just disconnect these, and they're easy to disconnect, and then just pull the manifold with EGTs still connected, because I really don't wanna disconnect these EGTs and stuff. So we might end up doing that. But so I had the manifold out. I figured I'd show you these EGT deals. So here's our EGTs, and I just got done marking them with a Sharpie. So you can see the tips down in there. And notice they're not all the way down. And they're all the same. They're hard to see. I've got a light. You can see those two because they're on more of a straight runner. But the depth has to be all the same on all of these to try to get the same reading. Baily did the best he could with measuring the distance. This one's a little longer because of the curve, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes since these are so close to the head. I would think it would be, I don't know if we're going to see a big difference. And again, runner length makes a difference. So the shortest runner is this guy. Look how short this runner is. Versus this guy is huge. Look how much longer it is. So I think runner length can also play a part in EGT readings. So this is really just to get an idea on EGTs and to see each cylinder. I'm going to obviously go by plug readings. But once you get, say, your cylinder trims dialed in and your EGTs are getting close, EGT data can give you an idea of if you're having an issue early on with even a blown head gasket, valve seal, something like that's going amok. So right now I'm just positioning them in a good way, so that way we get this manifold in and out as easy as possible. All right, well, we got all of our hot side back in. I really cleaned up how the EGTs look. I mean, you can't even tell that they're in there, except for the one, but they're all hidden, nice and hidden away. We got our pipe clamped up. We're just waiting on our clamp for our turbo. So this guy stripped out, as you can see. So we're waiting on a new clamp. Once we get a new clamp in, we'll be able to put everything back together. Well, guys, that is gonna do it for the Honda here. Really, really, really appreciate Baily for all the hard work he's done. EGTs are working great. I appreciate it. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Jamie's car is still here. All we're waiting on is his fuel level sensor. So he ended up not having a float, and that's what was causing our fuel level issue. So I ordered that. As soon as that comes in, Jamie's car will be done. I'm probably going to take it out one more time just to make sure everything was running good. It was making good power. It was blowing third gear off. So we'll get some in-cam video of that when he comes and picks it up. So we'll give him a little ride. All right, guys, appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. See ya.